Well, good morning, everybody. How are you doing? It is a beautiful Saturday morning in northern Michigan. Absolutely not a cloud in the sky. Of course, it's chilly this time of year. And I want to say that I got really lucky and got into the 318 patch today, finally. It's gone live. So here we are. I wanted to say that any of you who are out there, and I've seen you, Doe and Astro, any of you who are kind of, just hang in there. You'll get on. I will tell you that the two times that I was able to actually get on, I'm not saying this is a thing, but I had rebooted just before. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. But both times both my systems, my 4K system and my 1440p system, I was able to get on, but it was like right after I rebooted. So I'm not saying that's a thing. I just will tell you that's what I got lucky. So, hey, I thought we'd just start out with doing, I wouldn't even waste your time today. You can see I am out in the air in Halo, and I've already found a halfway decent rock, a 25%er at 5. So, the mid-20, a good working man's cluster. So well, I thought we'd just go ahead and we get started with this. So yeah. Hey, good morning, Chris. How you doing? So yeah, this is going to be a mid-20s SCU rock, and you know what? This is right in our wheelhouse. This is what we're looking for here. So I'm going to hold, if I hold G down and give it a long hold, push and hold G, it will loosen up the laser head, which is what I'm looking to do. And you can see I actually have the sun on the port side, or on the left side, if you will, and I've got myself a little contrast against the rock here. So let's go ahead and just get breaking. We'll get started. Dive right in to I took the liberty of flying out, finding a rock before I started, and part of it is I wanted to make sure we could mine. So I did already do one run where I was able to get it into the hopper. And so that's us starting today. So I'm basically going to be doing some Quantanium mining today. A little old school, a little old school. Chris, I hope you're doing well. Moon, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Mass, good to see you. Thanks for hanging in there with me. And Sandy's, boarding now. Can't watch. I'll catch it after. Good hunting. Sandy, fly safe, man. For sure. Was watching Star for some cave mining. Yeah, Star, he's been doing cave mining for sure. Yeah, safe travels, Sandy, for sure. Good, good on you, Mass. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. And, in 319, they're going to have those kind of special, nodes that they say are going to be very lucrative. So, hand mining is going to be one of those things where you might end up with a sneaky couple hundred extra AUEs, couple $100,000 or something, depending on how profitable they make that other rock that they're talking about. Kind of, I wish they would kind of do that across the board. I think that there should already be some ultra rares. Like all of a sudden you find just like holy crap a night or whatever, and it's just worth way more money than ever. Because it would put like extra stress on you to I hope nobody pirates me. Oh, Moon, I was like that all night long. And as Mask could attest to last night, I tried for hours last night, and then this morning I got up and I was up at 7 a.m. this morning, and I'm just starting to stream now because it took me so long. There eventually came a moment where the queue kind of went away, and then it seemed like it got better then. But in both cases, I will say what precipitated me getting logged in was a reboot. I'm not advocating that's the magic fix. But it's funny because on my one computer, I reinstalled everything. I did everything I possibly could do. I blew away the user folder, blew away the shader folder, blew away everything. On my other computer, I didn't do a thing. You know what I mean? And both of them had the exact same issue. It was definitely on their side. So at least it's my opinion that it was on their side. And as soon as they maybe allocated more server resources or something or another, there was a window where I was able to get both my accounts in. So hang in there. I know that, it's because I was definitely, was like, oh man, I hope I get to play this weekend. So just keep trying. I know it will work out for you. All right, that's a 923 piece right there. That's going to be a 63%. This probably didn't break up that clean then. And that's okay. Hey, Tech, nice to see you. How you doing? How's Asteroid Mining now? Still rocks and buggy, or have they solved it? You know, there's still some quirks to it, but it's actually, you know, fairly solid. Good question. Hang in there, they'll figure it out. Exactly, Masher. You know, and I know it's easy for me to say because I'm in the game, but I do want you to know I was somebody who was struggling. I probably got 50 19Ks between my two systems before I was able to get in. So I just want you to know, I mean, there is hope you will get it. Wow, this is going to be a... Oh, that's 50%. Okay. So interesting there, 60%. Is it just the 2 to break? That's got nothing. That's got nothing. That's got nothing. That's got nothing. Huh. Yeah, no, Tech, it's fine. I tried it all too. What makes it so annoying is I bought both salvage ships, but hey, it's just, yeah, I know, Moon. Hang in there. You know, like I said, I know it's like I said, I don't want to sound like, hey, you know, but you know, I like I said, I struggled for hours and hours and hours to get into. So just stay, keep persevering, and let's see if you can't get lucky. All right, so we got one of the things that there's a big change in 3.18 that if anybody hasn't done any mining in 3.18, on secondary breaks, it takes considerably less power to get to the optimal and considerably less power to stay in the optimal. You know, like there's definitely been a change in the meta. As you can see, like on a 923 mass rocket, 7%, I'm climbing, you know, in the optimal. So I just want to make sure everybody's aware of that more than anything. It's a big change. So if you get like a 300 mass rocket and you kind of crank it up at first, it can get away from you in a hurry. So you have to be real careful on your secondary breaks. All right, we've almost got this guy broke here. Yeah, Moon, that's exactly right. All you can do is kind of sit back and just kind of laugh about it, and you know, that's really, you know, I hate to say, but that's the best attitude you could possibly have. I don't disagree with that. All right, so I'm just gonna try to push this in here. Didn't quite make the 30 second window where I could 2 breaks, 1 brand. So this will kind of probably at the tail end will get a little. Oh, and it fell out a touch too. So it's going to get a little squirrely unless I fire a second brand here at the end. We'll just kind of see how it goes. Got about 4 seconds left on the brand now. 9%. And there it's going to get a lot more volatile in a hurry. I'm just going to see if I can hang on without having to fire another brand. You can see it jumped out. I'm losing it pretty quickly. Yeah, it's being a little too volatile now. We'll see, though. Kind of holding forward at 11% here. Fell out. I'll back up to 14. In we go. All right, I brought it back down to 11. Yeah, that's how quick you can overcook. It's really crazy. But I think I got it here without having to fire another branch charge. Which, it's okay, too. I mean, I just thought of... Alrighty here. Cool. Now, it just doesn't seem like is all of it, but it probably is. So, that's a 64%er there. Let me go ahead and start getting some scans on this stuff. This should be about a mid-20s SCU, but I'm not sure it is. By the numbers, we'll have to take a look. Hundo there. We'll come back to that guy. I love the Hundos. Hundo there. That's nothing, that's nothing. There's a piece over there. $40%er. And only half this rock down here was Quantanium. But it was a pretty good match. So 600, there was like 12 SCU of this here. Yeah, there's a hundo. Cool. Good, good, good. 95%. Yeah. All right, well, let's just start grabbing here. We'll grab these hundos first. I think there's a couple of those. All right. It is crazy to be kind of live again and you know, having this count again. It's just weird. All right, that's a 40%. There was another hundo down here. There he is. And a good size one, too. That's 6 SCU of the good stuff. That's a good chunka. Chunka. Masses, in all honesty, they probably should have waited till Monday. Yeah, that way they'd have more people on deck to sort out the issues. I don't disagree with that at all, Mass. And you know, I mean, you know, the hindsight is always 20/20, I think, in situations like this. But we would probably find that they're probably not too, they probably agree, considering how kind of this has gone. Although I will say, you know, at least they have been somewhat responsive on the forums about it, admitting kind of that they had a problem, that they were working on it, and that did kind of help me a little bit as I was. All right, there's a 40%er. It seems like there's, by the numbers, this seems like there should. It's like it's almost like I'm missing a rock. There was one other one, right, that had like 50% in it or something. Yeah, 60% are there. Hey, Drac, how you doing? Nice to see you, sir. All right, well, we're gonna get north of maybe. Yeah, we will get north of. We will get north of 20 SCU. 21 looks like 22. That's good. Moving on maybe to 23. Yep, north of 23. All right, well that's about right. You know, I think that's all right. There's one more. Let's see. That's got Borace. That's 100% inert. I think the rest of this stuff is just nothing worth nothing to write home about. So let's go ahead and fire up and get out of here. All right, we're gonna head back towards Arc L4. Drinking coffee, browsing YouTube. I hear you, Drac. That's awesome. Nicely done. Alright, let's double check that we have a station down here. I do. Okay. I do have the station. Cool. Alright, we're heading back to Arc L4 now to drop off this first load, and we'll go from there. Hope you guys are doing well today. It's a beautiful day to drink some coffee and do a little mining. Yeah, not a wisp of a cloud in the sky here in northern Michigan. It's just a beautiful day. And I was hoping to get started a little earlier this morning, but yeah, I could not get for the life of me, I could not get the game to work. You know, I was getting 19Ks like crazy. But I finally did get through that, which is cool. There's still tons of issues with the reclaimer, especially the cargo hold. Yeah, Mass, you know, it's funny. I knew the reclaimer still kind of was, you know, between the elevator and the cargo hold and that kind of stuff was you're not sure about. And you know, the one thing I will say is they really have cut back on the amount of salvage material. Although, you know, Yeah, the elevator, exactly. Um, and so I really had planned on doing salvage right out of the gate for the first couple of days. Light snow in Wisconsin, nice. Wisconsin, right, Astro? Snowing all day in Minnesota. We have some folks at work that are from Wisconsin, and they put a weird accent. They say Wisconsin when they say Wisconsin. It always makes me chuckle. That's just how they say it. But flurries here in Ohio. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, it's really pretty today. We are just gonna kind of really back and forth into the Halo quite a bit, and you know, do 2 or 3 runs and see if we can't get a 500,000 in the hopper or so. I have some early goals. Of course, I always have a goal of picking up a C2 Hercules, and so that's going to be a continued goal that I have. I also, I will admit readily, the last 2 or 3 patches, I never even put anything. I would swap the XL1 drive on the Taurus, but I didn't even bother changing out the guns or anything on it. So I will be kind of, also kind of making it a priority to, get my Taurus in fighting shape in case, I do hit a snag when I'm doing a cargo run. And so that's definitely something that's on my list. So at some point, I'm actually probably going to have to do either some bunker missions or something, because I'd like to have a railgun or 3. Just because I think that would be a helpful tool to have if I do get soft popped defending my my Taurus. Other than that, though, I don't have a lot of. I mean, the C2, getting the Taurus straightened up. I think I'm gonna probably buy a 135C as well. I have to buy something that I want to do scouting in and kind of pick up delivery boxes and then deliver those delivery boxes into the air Halo or any place like that. So that's a little bit on my agenda as well. All right. Cool thing about this particular station is it always, if you just kind of aim like right above it and just as you're moving on in, that's right about where I'm headed is always going to be where you're going to pick up a landing pad. So good stuff. I expect a big jump on salvage just a test. Let folks get a good taste of the loop and now cut back. Yeah, that's exactly what they did, Dre. That's exactly what they did. That exact thing that you're talking about is they just cut it back down to more realistic levels. You're not finding endless 890 jumps in the air in Halo anymore. So it actually makes a lot of sense. And they cut it pretty good. I mean, they cut it pretty much to the bone. But I still think it's fair. I don't think it's unfair what they did.
Thank you, and please visit again. Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
It's usually right here is the landing bay. Yeah, that's exactly where it was this time too. So we'll just kind of ease on in. Now this is one of those ones where, it's an overhead. You got to kind of lower yourself into it. So a little bit different type of landing pad. But you know what? It's okay. Doesn't bother me at all. Hey Vish, what's happening? How you doing, sir? Nice to see you. With these, I like to just kind of come in, actually, just kind of just work my way in, kind of keep an eye out. I definitely don't want to hit the edge there. So see, I like coming in on the diamond almost a little bit, just like I did there, and then kind of turning as I go. Good stuff. A little bit of a little lag there, but in we come. We probably have gotten first alarm now. I would imagine by now. Yeah, that's not surprising to me. But we are in, down, and healthy. So that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and get our... Alright. Kill the engines. Doe says, I'm glad they released some... I'm glad they released so some could get on. I think growing pains were inevitable. Oh boy. Come on now. No way they can anticipate everything. We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there for sure. That's a great attitude to have, though, for sure. It'll get there. Absolutely. I 100%, you know, and I know, you know, because I was in the struggle to get on. It was, you know, it's not, you know, it's not the coolest thing. You know, we've waited so long and then have to wait more. Uh-oh. This is not good. Got Quantanium on board. Elevator called, and I'm not getting an elevator. I'm not exactly sure how I want to handle this. I guess maybe I'll go back to menus? I don't know that I have enough time. I don't even know if there's a pad at this station. So I'm not prepared to deal with that. Huh. Well, we may have lost this load. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go back to the pad. It says I just left, so let me just keep trying here. Yeah, you may see a nice explosion. Explosions are always good for the channel, by the way, Vish. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to try and go back to menus. And try and see what we can do from here. Because I got no elevator. And that's... Boy, that was something that plagued the verse for a hot minute. And I could have ejected Mobutu, but I sure didn't want to if I didn't have to. I'm going to try to just go back to menus and see how it goes. And if my ship's in claim, my ship's in claim. There's nothing I can do about it. That being said, you know, I hope that, I mean, I am on a pad. I hope that it's okay, and we'll just see how it goes. That was my second load I brought in. I brought in about a 20-some SCU earlier as well. So, looks like it's being a little grumpy about getting me out to the menus as well. So, hey, Vaughn, how's it going? I have been on the go-to menu for 10 minutes. Yeah, I may be headed in the same boat, you know. And you know, and of course, hey, the one thing I will say is we cannot expect the servers to act good today. I mean, that's you know, if there's any, you know, if any day was going to be a challenge, it was going to be last night and today and this weekend. You know, this is, you know, it's a brand new patch. It's going to have its issues for sure. That being said, I absolutely wish, you know, hopefully we're not going to be plagued with lots of elevator failures and that type of stuff today like we were. I could see a new game loop making use of some of the bigger ships. Mission Quest, go pick up a derelict ship and bringing the whole thing back. Well, yeah, Drac, that's an awesome idea. I love the idea of SRVs because they also can haul things in quantum to just kind of create a spot. Create a spot someplace and then just have your SRVs just go out and grab stuff and bring it back to a central location. I love that idea. I think I will wait to play until next week. It's probably not a bad idea, Mobutu. It's definitely going to be a hot mess between now and then. And, you know, the thing is I expect it, and I'm not even worried about it. So I was hoping that it would actually take me back to menus, and I'm still kind of hoping it will. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Because I have a feeling if I quit, I may come back into to a queue and all that stuff. But we'll have to see. We'll give it once Salvage Part 2 comes out, we'll be able to crunch ships and strip parts. Oh, I know. I mean, pulling out the components is going to be awesome. And then I love the idea of the tuner. You know how we're talking about having a tuner, someone who can tune all the parts and stuff. Yeah, all mining stations have pads, by the way. Yeah, you know, Mobutu, I didn't doubt that it had them, but I didn't know exactly. I couldn't, like, launch my ship up in the air and then fly right to it. So that's on me. I have not flown out of ARC-L4 for that long. As a matter of fact, ARC-L4 is, I think it was Andreas who's on the channel from time to time mentioned flying out of ARC-L4 a few weeks ago. And I was really looking at it. It seemed like a smart idea. A lot of people may not, realize that ARC-L4 is actually a refinery. It's off the beaten path, and the Air and Halo is not too far. So that was kind of, while I did acclimate myself to the interior of the station, I should have acclimated myself to the exterior of the station. So when I hit a snag like that, I could have just ran back out to the ship, popped the lid, asked them to open up the door and flow right down to the pad and got away with it. But I just was one of those things where I did not, didn't do enough pre-planning for that. So good catch. Yeah, the Vulture looks like it was designed to slice up a ship and then grab chunks and move them around for sorting. The Vulture is supposed to do more than just hull stripping, Drac, for sure. So, well, you guys, I think if we're at that point where I need to kind of give me a sec here, I think what I'm going to do is I have to bomb out, and we will see if we can't get started again. And see how bad the queue is if we end up with one. The arms in between will crush eventually. Yeah. That's exactly right. Mass is exactly right. Those, there's going to be some other functionality to the Vulture that's going to be, that's going to allow for some light crushing and that type of thing. So all right, it looks like I'm almost heading right back in there if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. I could be wrong. Oh, I'm getting hub authentication. Oh, I am heading in. Well, that's not too bad. I think the servers are down right now. I can't get back into the main menu. Oh, interesting. Did you remove your user directory before upgrading? On one machine I did, Vaughn, and on one machine I didn't, and both of them couldn't get in, and now both of them can. So it was kind of like an experiment. Like I actually did everything you could possibly do on one of my machines. I deleted the shader folder, didn't work. Deleted the user folder, didn't work. I reinstalled the game, didn't work. I reinstalled the game again, didn't work. Then I reinstalled the game, or after the second time, I rebooted and got in. So then on with my other machine, I actually tried to go into the PTU. It failed. And then I rebooted and got in. So both of the times that I got in, and I'm not saying this is a thing, but both of the times I got in, I was able to get in after a reboot. I'm not saying that's the trick or anything, but I did find it interesting that, I did have a sample size of 2. And in my sample size of 2, in both cases, it did, I was able to get in, kind of on the backside of a reboot. So, hey, Johan, how you doing? Maybe they're doing some server-side fixes. I'm sure they are, Moon. I'm sure they are. And, it's kind of like, we always talk about this because I work for a software company. We always talk about, like, how do you swap the engine on a plane while it's in the air, And so that, that's kind of what they're up against here. I know what it is. The West Coast nerds are awake. Yeah, there you go. I like it, Vaughn. Hey, Vaughn, by the way, not a name I recognize. Welcome to the channel. Nice to see you. I do lots of Quantanium mining, lots of industrial gameplay stuff. So, yeah, I mean, if you ever have any questions, or if there's some way we can help you, please let us. Johan says, it's a server-side thing. Been at this for 9 hours now. Johan, I was too. I spent most of it. I think it's a lottery. I tried all that many times. Exactly, Joe. I actually was thinking to myself that I think that they just didn't provision. If you think about it like this, right? Let's say you have an average of 100 players per server. You have a 10,000 person queue. That's a lot of servers. Okay, that's a lot of servers. Look at this game detected an unexpected error and disconnected. Okay. So, I mean, that's just the facts. I mean, I'm not trying to be weird or whatever, but that's a lot of servers. So, I wonder if they just like we were getting 19Ks, but I wonder if they were just straight up out of server space. Hey, Shane, how are you? You know, Shane, I thank you for asking. I was really persistent. Now I'm not in now. I've unfortunately been kicked out, and we're wondering if maybe the servers aren't getting a little repair right now. But I was able to get in just kind of persistently this morning. I just kept kind of queuing up over and over again, and then eventually there was no queues, and then eventually I got in. And I was thinking, like, when they went no queue, that they had provisioned additional servers. So that was my own. That's my own actually sneaking suspicion, is that it had to do more with they're not having enough servers provisioned. But that's I'm not, I don't know that, I just think that, like I said, if you take a 10,000 person queue and you divide that by 100, that's a lot of servers. And, and maybe they just thought, long term, we're just not going to need this many. So now I understand how the cloud works. There's elasticity, and oh, there we go. And you guys, look at this. So in we go. And we'll see how this goes. So, but yeah, I just, that's my own thought on it. Anyways, I'm really excited that we're getting back into the game now. And, hey, Peter, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. How you been, sir? So, for those of you who are just joining, I had a 22 SCU on board. I landed back at the station. I could not get an elevator. And I decided to try the menus. Drama, did you explode? Yeah, we'll find out. I'm trying, I'm definitely going to try and get back onto the, I'm hoping that the ship's not in claim. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I landed the ship. I went back to menus. I wasn't, I didn't feel like I was in a position to go try and find a pad. So I just tried to dive into menus because I couldn't get an elevator out of my hangar. And after that, I kind of had to restart the game a couple times, and we're trying to get back in. Now, I did manage to get back to the splash screen and choose a server, but so far it's kind of loading slow, so we'll keep trying. Not so good here. No chance of playing 318. Gray, is that because you are indisposed, or is it because it's just 318's not playing friendly? Hey, Callie, welcome to the channel. 100% the same for me. Could not get in the elevator. Yeah, Callie, it happens. One of the things that that I recommend doing, and it's on me for not, is I should have acclimated myself on that particular station where the pads were at. I should have then gone back out to my ship, requested to leave, and then flew over to the pad and landed. So that's one of the first things I'm going to do when I do get back in the game, and before I kind of take back off. Hey, Jaguar, nice to see you. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, I'm getting disconnected from the game servers quite a bit, so we'll just keep trying here. You guys, I'm going to keep bouncing back and forth. Will my ship blow up? Did you go back to menus, Callie? I mean, how did you handle it? 'Cause I don't think, it's a good question, I guess. Which is worse, not being able to get an elevator at all, or being eaten by the elevator? I'm about six one and a half dozen other draft. Can't get into 318 at all. Yeah, Gray, I had that problem all night. All night long, like Lionel Richie. I could not get in, to the game. So I just started behaving a little better for me not terribly long ago, and it was probably some level of optimism that I could actually stream today. But I thought, I didn't want to. Saturdays they're important to me, so I disconnect 30 or something. Yeah, that happens. So here we are again, you guys. I'm back on these menus. I'm a persistent universe. I don't know. Maybe I should try just a USA, not a best. For me, it says recovering character. Yeah. Now, when you see that, Jag, sometimes you can just cancel out of that. Sometimes you can't. Vaughn says, what's the average Q percentage, Rock? Well, I usually won't mind anything less than 20, Vaughn, and I found two mid-20s today already. I found a 20 26%er and a 25%er, basically. Hey, Bench, how you doing? Nice to see you. Johan says there's a partial outage on the platform. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The servers are, they're working on them. I tried multiple times, and once I got into the queue, but it was, yeah, Peter, I was in the queue. I was in like 9 and 10,000 queue a bunch of times on both my new computer and my my kind of original system I play Star Citizen with, and all night long it was like that for me. And then eventually this morning, like the queues were kind of like maybe 2,000 and 3,000, and then there were no queues. Like it was weird for like about a half-hour window. There were 0 queues, and then during that window is when both of my machines connected. One of my machines I did everything you could possibly do. The other one I didn't touch it at all, and both of them were having the exact same issue, and both of them got on within 10 minutes of each other. So I don't know that there's anything that really we do on our side that causes any love that to make it go in there. The only thing I will say is it's small sample size, but in both cases I did reboot right before I got on. So back to the old era. Yeah. I hear you. Gravy train with biscuit wheels. That's awesome. Coffee is delicious today. And so, you know what? We're just going to kind of persevere today. We have to understand the servers are just going to be cranky. And if we get anything accomplished today, it'll be a miracle. I already did get 20 some SCU in the hopper. And I got back to the station with my second load today. But I didn't get an elevator and just decided to dive for the menus. And I'm going to wait until later in the week. And Peter, and when they do, yeah, exactly. Vaughn says, he just got in. Good job, Vaughn. Nicely done. Yeah, Peter, I don't blame, not a bad idea to wait. There's no question that today over the next couple days is going to be, No, now, right now, Nick, by the way, welcome to the channel. Not a name I recognize. I'm past the 19s, at least it seems that way. I'm at least getting to the splash screen and trying to get into the server. And I was actually just in, Nick, and I had just mined some Quantanium. I got back to the station, but I couldn't get an elevator and had to go back to menus. And, now I'm kind of caught, in between loading screens, kind of reloading the game and stuff, so... Hey, Troll, how you doing? Nice to see you. Has anyone offered the servers coffee and bacon? I know, I'm always less cranky when I have coffee and bacon. That's a great idea, Drac. I love that idea. I hope that everybody's doing well today. And, I know that the 19K issue has been a real persistent trouble spot, but I know that they're working their tails off on it, so. Johan's right. At least that's been my experience as well on both my accounts. Once I got out of 19K, I've been able to get in fairly consistently. Can't get out of the mole driver seat. Oh no, Troll. That's not good. Oh boy. Yeah, that's, it's kind of the, elevators aren't working. Sure, there are most USA players. If you're East Coast best, your East Coast best may be best. LOL. Breakfast for the servers, exactly. You guys is great. Conversation's wonderful nonetheless, you guys. I appreciate it for sure. And not getting into any server, not getting that lucky here. I will I'll let it go a little longer here before we get too crazy. So yeah, I was weird thing for me, I don't normally do this, but I actually started on Lorville this time, and I've never done that before. I've never started on Lorville. I ran over to Tammany and picked up some 6 brants out of the gate, and then I took my prospector and headed over to RKL4. Hey, son, I've been in the game, but it's, it took a long time to get in the game, and now I had to go back to menus, and I've been kind of in a loop trying to get back into the game after I got back with some Quantanium at the station. I couldn't get an elevator, so I had to go I bailed out the menu, son, and I haven't been able to kind of get back into the games. You know, that was probably about 5 or 10 minutes ago. Did your parents tell you playing with super glue would get your butt? That's hilarious. Drag. All right. This is being a little bit. Definitely being a little bit tricksy about getting back in here. Let me go ahead and close this. I'll put you guys here. And I will launch the game again. Troll, I like those. That's really funny. Those are really funny emojis. I have a GeForce 960 with an i6 with 16 i7 8 core. What should I upgrade to? Well, Benj, let me ask you this. Do you know what resolution your monitor is? Because that's really that sets a lot of the precedent for what kind of parts you need. Because if you got a 1080p monitor, it takes a different amount of power than if you have a 1440p monitor. That's kind of what I base. We started out with 200,000, Pete. That's what great. That's what we had. They gave us more than I expected, 200K. So, you know, it's just, I'm not exactly sure why we're getting 200K, but we ended up with 200K. So, Benj, if you're 1080p, honestly, would think something like a 5800X, something like that. Something, not a super expensive, even a 3600, but like, I don't know, like a 5600X, and then like something like a 6800 would be absolutely crushed 1080p, and I don't think you'd have that much money into that. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and I'll go back to best here, trying to get back into the station and see how we do. I would stick by that. I think like a 5600. Vaughn, you use the Lancet MH1 for Quantanium mining. That's how it is now. Yeah, no problem, Bench, for sure. 200K, nice. Yep, that's exactly right, Gray. That's what I did too. I picked up some Brants. I then went and grabbed a Lancet, and I married those two. And then I went out and got myself my first 22 SCU on the books. Hey, Mythic, how are you doing? Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, it's definitely had its issues for sure. I myself hauled in a load of Quantanium and could not get an elevator to work. So I think we're going to find out if my prospector's in claim now. It's been definitely Myth. It's been definitely yucky for sure, man. But I mean, it's to be expected. I think at some level. And then there's been a lot of pressure on the servers too. I don't know that I've ever recall seeing a queue like that. So interesting times for sure. All right, we're gonna wrap around the corner here. I think there's a food place over here that maybe I can get some. Call sign online, Benj 561. Thank you, Benj. That's awesome. Yeah, lots of issues for sure. All right, let's go ahead and. I lost money. Yeah, that cargo running. Considering, I don't know that the server performance is there. It definitely would scare me. Yeah, I was gonna definitely start out more salvage or mining, just because I'd rather lose something I made instead of buy into something and lose, Myth. Hey, nice to meet you for sure, man. I appreciate it. All right, let's get ourselves a little sip of water here. That's good. And then there's some noodles or something over here. Okay. I guess not. It's a noodle place. Oh, that's so funny. All right, no big deal. We'll be all right. We'll make it. Hey, KSS, how you been, man? Nice to see you. Hey, V. In ping radius now locked to scanning radius. My ping radius button wasn't responding, so the scanning radius button seemed to work fine. Yeah, I mean, everything is contained inside vScan for sure now. I'm struggling to get rock types or even any mineable rocks. Oh, that's interesting. Now, I have not... Someone else reported that to me, but I have not hit that snag myself. I'm not saying I won't. Now we're going to cross our fingers and let's see if my ship is in claim or not. I think the noodles and pizza places have only drinks. Yeah, that's what it looked like, Astro. For sure. All right, let me turn that guy off. Oh, yeah. I want to go this way. And, excuse me, folks. Torpedo burrito for the win. Yes, exactly. All right, let's cross our fingers here. Hopefully we're not in claim on our Prospector 1. But I have a feeling we're going to be. And that's, you know, that could be rough. Yep, it's definitely in claim. It's brutal. It's funny. It does say the locations here, though. I am at least going to run down and see if it's on. I don't think it is, but I am going to run down and at least see if the stuff's on board. It's 99% sure that it won't be, which is a shame. They really got to get the 30K protection stuff going for sure. Well, I guess that really wasn't technically a 30K. I had to go to menus. But you know, if you landed on a pad and you go to menus, you would think it would not go to claim. That's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna definitely check, and I'm probably gonna pull the ship and store it again and check after that as well. But I thought, yeah, we'll at least try and see what we got. So for all you who are just joining now, I actually brought a load of Quantanium in, but I couldn't get a menu. I couldn't get an elevator to work, so I had to go to menus. And then I got back into the game. You can see I've got this other 20, this 22 cooking here. Yeah, it's not going to have anything on it. It's not recognizing it. All right, let's go. I'll go pull it in, and then that's if I can get out of here. The elevators have not been working great. We will find out. And so I expected this today. I want everybody to know the fact that I 100% expected the servers to be very gnarly today. I really did consider whether or not I should stream, just based on the fact that I knew it was going to be kind of a hot mess. But I thought it'd be fun, just, you know, well, misery loves company, right? You know, so, all right. I'm watching both doors. This has been an issue with these elevators down here a little bit too. Every other patch after a wipe, I've been able to log in straight away with no problem. This patch is yeah, there's a lot more going on in this patch for sure, Gray. You're not wrong. And you can see me I'm stuck down here again, so I've got to hit the menus, which, you know, that hasn't been friendly. So we'll try to hit the menus again and get back in and see if we can get lucky. It's Arc L4, Vaughn. That's a good point. Hey, 13 likes, you guys, by the way. Thank you so much for the 13 likes today. I truly do appreciate that. Of course, you know, I do lots and lots and lots of Quantanium mining, and usually it's very much more stable experience than this. What is happening now? What? Look at, I locked in. Look, what? What was that? Oh, interesting. What? I'm waking up naked. Why am I waking up naked? It's just, I wonder if this is going to even look like my character. It does. I mean, yeah, that's my haircut. No. What the heck? What? Oh my gosh. Did it even give me an undersuit? What the heck? Oh no. What on earth is going on? Oh, it's so funny. Hold on, I'm just gonna exit the menu again. Hopefully this time I come back with briefs on at least. What on earth? PES between yeah, patch days are fun. Yes, exactly, Johan. You gotta really kind of take it with a grain of salt because things are not working well at all. You know, and that's all. It is well. Between PES and Gen 12, it's really put the program code into a blend. Yeah, you're right. Blender's a perfect word. You're exactly right, man. Somebody done stole your skivvies. Yeah, no kidding, man. What the heck? Duke, what's going on, brother? Hey, how you been, Duke? Happy 318. Yeah. Hey, Nim, how you been? They had a note about deleting certain files if you are having character issues, shaders, and such. Yeah, I probably do. I'm so naked all of a sudden, you guys. What? Can I at least get a... Oh, no. Oh, this... Oh, let's go. Let's go down here. Yeah, I know. That is so funny. Well, that's hilarious. Okay, we'll at least go buy an undersuit and a helmet for the so we're not running around completely nude in the void. Oh, Nim, how you been, by the way? Duke, how have you been, by the way? And Son, how have you been, by the way? Nice to see you guys. It's been a hot minute. Alright, Galleria time. I can't believe I woke up naked. Makes me laugh, all the people moaning about wanting 318 release. Now they will... Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I mean, you're absolutely right. Oh boy, what is this? This hunger thing persists through... Really? Is there anything to eat in here? Is this kind of like food and... Let's find out. There's some more cherry blend going. Oh, berry blend. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like it did something to help. A little bit anyways. We'll take it. Alright, up we go. We just need to get a... Just need to get ourselves undersuit and a helmet so we can get off this prop. And I'm gonna have to get another Lancet, I think, too, which is on. Well, I don't know. It might persist through the claim though. We'll have to see. So I just need an undersuit. I don't want to be spending tons of money here. All right. And cheaper than 1K? No. All right, knowing that, then I'll get like a cool one. That'll be fine, right? Yeah, I like that one. Cool. All right, I need a helmet. Keep littering. Yeah. Well, let's find out. Maybe I might be able to buy this stuff. We'll find out. Let's see, helmets. Something super simple. There we go. This CB. Got on yesterday. I'm shocked how well the server actually held up. We all expected a lot bigger train wreck. Well, yeah, I think it's had its moments for sure, but as I've been on, it's been stable. Doing well once I got in last night. It was smooth sailing for about 3 hours. Hopefully things will... Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm having fun. I'm not, too lost in the sauce here over it. But, yeah, I hear what you're saying. What the heck? Oh, man. Now we got it. Infinite loading screen. Alright, that'll work for now. At least I got a little something between me and the and the void. Oh my goodness. Hey Nate, how you doing? Nice to see you, sir. How you been? Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alright. Let's just kinda hit hangers and habs. And I will claim my poor prospector. And we'll head back out and try again. I will probably land on a pad from here on out, though. That's probably a for sure thing. When I fly out this time, I'm going to just land on the pad. And we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I'm just hoping that I at least that my isn't that interesting? It says unknown, but I will claim. I think I'll claim. Let's find out if it's going. So, trying to claim. Let's see here. What? Now it says destroyed. No, I didn't get to keep it at all. Mess. It's a hot mess. What the heck? Got on last night and couldn't get a hangar to land at. Other than that, it's been nice. Yeah, and the only problem I had, I couldn't, like, my elevator didn't work when I got back, so I went back to menus, and then my stuff got in claim, and I haven't been able to kind of process it since then. Just trying to kind of pull it out and see what I got now. See if we'll see if we can get it to go. Yeah, I don't know, Evo. It's a great question. I'm trying to figure that out. I just I keep filing the claim against it, but it's not like letting me do it. Hey, Dark, spawn the one with the highest number.
Welcome to the ASOP.
Well, I own 2 of those, Dark. And by the way, welcome to the channel. Not a name I recognize. So I do own 2 prospectors. So the other one's just the other one, I think. Yeah, I've been using a hotkey, Johan, for that for sure. I have something mapped to my stick. Come on, ring around the rosy. Come on, somebody do something for me. I wonder if we're getting a 30. Maybe it's a 2. Yeah, our FPS is pretty high. The B-win is... it's hanging in there. I mean, it's not terrible. Alright, Prospector destroyed. Claim. I have no idea why it would be destroyed. It was safely down on a pad, and I went back to menus. It does hate me, Dark. I know. I'm not worried about it. I was not expecting the servers to play friendly today. This is just, this is all right. It's all good in the hood. I don't mind it at all. It's funny, though. I could pull the other one out, but then I'd have to go buy another Lancet. I really don't want to have to do that if I don't have to do that. The fact that it's claiming my other ship was quote-unquote destroyed, though, maybe it's going to make me now. That ship was landed safely at the pad here. I just could not get an elevator, and I just went back to menus. So it definitely wasn't destroyed. Claim is currently... Hey, I'm back. I have to do yard work today, but if I finish the Weiss raised beds, I could probably get permission to get a small upgrade. Nice, man. That's the way to do it. Earn some brownie points. You take away the 19K, it's pretty decent and playable. Yeah, it's got its quirks. But, so far it's, been able to deal with it okay. Not exactly sure what's going on with that. So here, I'm just going to pull this one and then store it. And then see if that kind of kicks the terminal in the... Hmm. Well, it sure seems like a 30K to me. Yeah, B-Win is still kind of chugging, though. If you kill yourself after setting spawn, the hospital gives you a free helmet and undersuit. Yeah, well, I mean, Dark, all I did was I was completely at the station just fine. And I went back to menus, and I came back when I was able to come back from menus. I was naked, like naked, I have no idea what happened. Fortunately, my skivvies were on. Luckily, I have a lot of stuff that I want to watch on TV to keep me busy for the next few days. Yeah, I hear you. You know, and that's okay. I mean, you're not wrong to wait a little bit. Look at the FPS though, 90 FPS, you guys, pretty awesome. All right, I'm gonna store this guy. Look at this thing. It says awaiting delivery now. All right. So I hate to do it because well, let's just kind of. No, I'm not gonna spend my money. Well, how much is expedite?
Your insurance claim has
I'm
been
not
sent.
spending a. I don't want to spend that money right now on the expedites. Eva Cotty says, "Are we back to the old days of abusing impound to guarantee landing stake?" I don't know, Evo. I mean, maybe. I ain't gonna go when as a matter. But what I am gonna do is before I leave here, I'm gonna go figure out where the pads are at, and I'm just gonna land on those. I'm gonna go through Yellowstone right now. Needless to say, I've never drank so much whiskey. That's awesome, Ben. Have you seen the new God Rays from the new Gen 12 renderer? No. What are those, Duke? Tell me about them. I wonder if I can get a look at these now that they're. I can look at Prospector too, but this isn't gonna have my stuff on it. This is not going to have my stuff on it. Nah, there's the Arbor. All right. Alrighty, let me go back and do this here. Alright, a couple more minutes here on the Prospector. I really just want to see if I have my Lancet still. I don't want to spend another 21K if I don't have to. And where are we at expedite? Why is it? Well, it seems like it's going up. It's crazy. It seems like that's not at a higher value than it was. I swear that it was 36. Sun will shine through the clouds, especially during sunrise and sunset. Beautiful stuff. Oh, interesting. It's gone. It was destroyed. Well, it's the weirdest thing though. I mean, I came here, I called a landing a hangar. I landed the ship. It was totally safe. I then could not get an elevator, so I went back to menus. And I would imagine what must have happened is it went back to menus, but it was still on that server. It did not log the ship off, and so it probably just eventually got blown up by the Quantanium that was on board. That's my best guess. And if that's what happened, that's what happened. I get it. But I will say that, yeah, it's one of those, it's just, once I kind of, I still have Vish about 160 some thousand. If you get stuck in your pilot seat, you are, then hold Y. It's been working for me. So you hit U to kill the power, and then R to power it back up, and then hold Y. Thank you, Silas. That's a great tip. have you have the ship spawning outside the hangar on you yet? No, not yet, Dark, but I heard about that. Don't look at it, it might go down. Yep. Oh, that's awesome. Silas, that's a great tip. I don't know if everybody caught that, but if you stuck in your pilot chair, potentially just try and turn off everything with U, fire everything back up with R, and then hold Y. And Silas says that's been working for him. Great tip. I know a lot of people have been complaining about the seat bug for sure. Man, this feels like it's taken forever.
Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your insurance claim has been sent.
That is taking a hot minute for sure. Hey, Troll. Troll's look. Another 7-8 minutes here, and I wouldn't mind.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Beginner's tech support, yeah. Get your ship impounded can also work as last resort. Well, yo, and I'll practice that as well. Reboot the chair to get out. Great tip. There you go. Yeah, that's exactly right. You just gotta reboot everything. Have you turned it off and turned it back on, right, mate?
Welcome.
I'll try the mole again. Yeah. Oh, Troll. Yeah, there you go, Troll. There's a. Yeah, that's right. You were stuck in the mole seat earlier. That's.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
I'm gonna keep an eye on this expedited time because as soon as it's 0, I'm just gonna do it. Heck with it. Yeah, so far, Chris, there's definitely been some hilarious glitches in the patch for sure. Lots of new faces today, though. I'm so happy to see some new people on board. I should just mention I do lots and lots and lots of Quantanium mining, lots of industrial gameplay. It's just, welcome. I mean, it was nice to see some new faces. And the conversation's been fantastic today, so we'll go ahead and
Thank you.
pay this fee here. And then, what do I have? I think I'm about 165 or so, 162. But I have a couple 100,000, in the hopper. I managed to get some in the hopper before I streamed today, so. All right, let's take a look here and see how bad we got it. So, let's just go ahead and take a look at Prospector. Going back down that 7-minute. All right. Hey, well, look at that. It still has the Lancet MH1 and the Brants. That's actually at least, okay. That's interesting to me. It makes me wonder if maybe I wonder if I should just double check if the I wouldn't expect the Brants to be in that thing. Maybe that's persistent entity streaming working. Boy, and I hate to go down to the refinery because I'll probably have to go back to menus. But maybe I should run down and see if that stuff's in there just to be triple sure. And I'm sure I'll get trapped down in this elevator down here. But let me just double check. Because I wasn't expecting. I was hoping to have the Lancet. I was surprised to see the Brants. And so maybe those are kind of hanging out. Maybe that, like I said, maybe those persist now. Could be a thing. But I thought I'd at least, even though I'll at least go double check and see if it's, if we have any of that stuff left. I'm not expecting it, but I thought I'd at least look. Oh, what the heck? Look at all these prospectors. What the? How many prospectors? Hey, Red. How are you? Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. No, I don't think. Doesn't look like it. Ah, that cost me. No big deal. Let's go ahead and what we will do is see if we can catch an elevator out of here. We probably can't. We probably got to go back to menus. Check them at the unrefined sales terminal. Johan, is that what you're thinking? I'll go do that. I'll double check. Why it says I have 4 of them there is beyond me though too. Hey Alex, how have you been? Nice to see you. Hope that you're doing well, my friend. All right. So we yeah, fire is probably the operational word, I think, Brad. That's for sure. Yeah, doesn't seem to be even locating those. So must not be feeling like there's anything on board. I didn't PTU much, so all this stuff is still new to me. That's cool. I definitely did not go out of my lane too much, so like things like the sand caves and a lot of the derelict outposts and stuff, I haven't seen any of that stuff. But I definitely spent some time mining and definitely some time doing salvage. All right, I think we'll find out here that I have to go back to menus in order to get out of this station. Yeah, I have 2 prospectors, but I had 4 prospectors on the one terminal and 0 on the other one. Hey, Dark, how have you been, brother? Nice to see you. Very good night. It's been a few hours. Yeah. All right, here we go. Back to menus. Because we get no elevators. I want to go see the sand caves. I need to go see the sand caves for sure, Astro. I know I do. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So, all right. Hopefully back in we go. We'll just give it a shot here. And hopefully we get lucky. I definitely have not seen the sand caves. What a patch release. Fun never stops. Yeah, Dark, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Hey, by the way, thanks for the 22 likes, everybody. I do appreciate that. Of course, you know, likes and subs are important to the channel. And the channel continues to kind of grind and grow. And it's just, you know, never ceases to amaze me, you know, how fun our little community is. So, how much I appreciate it. Question becomes, how many prospectors does the ASOP terminal show now? Elevators are down. Oh, Alex, yeah. I was returning with some Quantanium. I did not get an elevator. I went back to the menus, and that's, you know, it put my prospector in destroy. It also removed all my clothes. it was funny. For sure. Purchase my vulture. Yeah, nice. The paints then could not get in. Oh. I like the I have the goblin paint or the Halloween green on my vulture right now. I like that. So, all right, let me just double check here. We will head back out finally and do some prospecting, I think. Yeah, it's got the lance and the brance, and it's, you know, so we're gonna head back out and give it a try. So let's go back out. Now I am gonna figure out where a pad is on this station, and I'm gonna start landing on the pad. Hangar 2. Let's go do that. And hope that treats me better, because I can't ever get out of the refinery. The elevators never seem to be working in the lower part of that refinery. Yeah, maybe we do. Maybe I need to monkey around and figure out a way to exactly bust in and out of the place. Yeah, all right, in we go. Got the old polar paint kicking today on the Prospector. Love that. we go. Cool. Alright. Fire up the engines. Fire up the power. Double check that we're Brant, and the Lancet. We're good there. We're flying out of ARC-L4, and we're gonna head towards HURL2. We're gonna drop out at about 6.7 or so, right in that area. Gonna open up the lid here.
You are clear to launch. You are clear to launch.
All right, up we go. All right. Oh, I thought I said let me clear and set again. Oh, it must be on this side. All right.
Please visit again.
Let's head towards HURL2. I can't wait till the molecules actually show charges. Oh, the modules show charges left. Yeah, that would be really helpful, wouldn't it, Evo? For sure. I don't disagree with that at all. So only Brant anymore. How good, bad have gadgets changed in 3.18? The only reason, Alex, that I only have the Brant is because we're just getting started on the patch. So they're just, you know, I mean, if I can only pick one, I pick the Brants. I probably would run with like eventually like two of the VAUX C3s and then one of the Rieger C3s, or run with two Brants and an FLTR-XL. But for the most part, everything's kind of still the same. Now, I don't know if you've heard, Alex, but in 3.19, everything's changing with mining. All the mining laser heads, how they work, all of the actual compositions that are in the actual mining nodes, everything's changing. What's your field of view set to? Nice to see your controls and the view you have. Darkside, I actually have a video that talks about how to actually change your field of view. It's an older one, but there's an XML file that you can actually edit for your field of view, and you can set it to different values until you find the one you're comfortable with. This is the one that I like. I don't like being too mashed against the glass, but if you go back and look at that video, I think you'd find that it's a really helpful one. Everyone, don't forget to report all the glitches. Some people just forget, their testers. Yeah, that's a good thing to say, Chris, for sure. Remind us all that there's Prosp there 319. You know what, Evo? We don't know, right? We do know that, yes, when multiple prospectors hit the rocks, they're going to, there's going to be, the instability is going to go through the roof, but maybe you can just go ahead and fire, consumables and just bring it right back down again. So, like, I want to keep, definitely, I'm worried about that too, but I'm definitely trying to keep my powder dry on it as well. Hey, Grift! You can game menu and set to 116 now. What do you mean, Grift? I don't know what you mean by that. You can go to game menu. Oh, I see. As far as field of vision, you can set it to 116. Thank you, sir. We'll do so. That's awesome. I heard via Salty Mike that some changes were coming, but I've been a bit... Oh, no problem, Alex. Life has been busy for all of us. I know what you mean. But yeah, there's some huge changes coming in 3.19. Everything's changing. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. So 6.7. Here we go. Cool. All right. This will work just fine for us. I'm going to go ahead and set my route back to 4. You know what I did not do was go, do what I said I was going to do, which is go look for a pad. So that's awesome. That was smart of me. Field FOV, yeah, for sure. All right, so let's take this off here. I'm going to kind of trim my velocity up a little higher, and then I'm going to go ahead and roll forward to let's try a 90 scan at first. There's our first opportunity marker. That is going to be a single rock. We're just going to keep on trucking. I'm not going to mess with single rocks here at first. Oh, the coffee's absolutely fantastic. Conversation's been wonderful today, Griff. And of course, the game, is at least ARC-L4 is a little buggy. That station's been a little buggy. But you know what? We're hanging in there and just having some fun. And I did get one load in the hopper. I was bringing a second load back to the hopper, but unfortunately, wasn't able to get it in. Wasn't able to seal the deal because I could not get an elevator. Definitely feel like we can work around it. I just am not certain how to punish the prospector multiplier to encourage them. Yeah, Evo, 100%. I have not. I definitely haven't minced words. I wish that they would have figured out a way to promote the mole that in no way, shape, or form affected the prospector. That was actually something Zell and I said way back in the podcast last summer when they talked about doing something for the mole. That we hope that it didn't come in any way, shape, or form as an expense to the prospector. They decided to go a different way. I'm trying to keep an open mind about it, but the prospector is my favorite ship, so it's definitely a slippery slope for me too. I'm a solo mole winner, so irreparably damaged. I hear what you're saying for sure. Alrighty, what do we got here? 17 hundo. Did they change how to manage this? They may have rebound the keys. I actually set mine to the mouse wheel when I'm in V scanning mode, Vaughn. That's my mouse wheel moving back and forth to change those for me. I tend to find that I can set a little bit better muscle memory with that. What is that? 17 hundo. 17 hundo. Those are single rocks, by the way, these 17 hundos. 1700 is a single rock. Single rock. Single rock. All right. $17 hundo. 17 hundo. There's a 34 hundo. Let's go ahead and hit that guy. Let's see if I can get a long scan going on it. Doesn't look like it. I'll roll back to a 45 and kind of keep the opportunity markers out in front of me. And we will kind of move in on them and see if we can't get it to give us a little bit more information about these guys. I'm off for the day, going to earn that upgrade. Benj, have a great day, man. Take care of yourself. Hope you can earn all the brownie points in the world, and we'll see you around the way for sure, man. All right, they're right here. I don't think these are going to be Quantanium. Let's take a look. Please show me with your F mouse where you're... Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. I will definitely show you that. Give me just a second, okay? I just want to get a visual on these and see if these are Quantanium. I don't believe they are. Nope, they're not. Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit, Vaughn. Because I love teaching people this kind of stuff. So, here I am, I'm in V-scan, right? I put myself in V-scan. And then I'm going to set myself to a 90-degree angle ping. I'm going to send out a ping as a 90. Then I'm going to get my opportunity markers. Those are the squares. Then I'm going to hover my mouse, my cursor right over it, and it's right over here is where you see the RS signature value. And 1700 is a single rock. So as you can imagine, 3400 is going to be 2 rocks. Now, in order to get it to turn to diamond icons, you have to focus down to 2 degrees and re-ping. And now you notice that I got the diamond icons. Now I can click and hold on them, and sometimes it will give me a scan at a distance. It will tell me what it is. Not always, but so, if it's anything that's more than 2 rocks, though, I will normally then kind of change my angle to 90 and keep the opportunity marker kind of either right of center or left of center as I approach it. And then eventually you'll see them physicalize where you can actually see them. I can see them right there. And then now I'm going to approach them and I'm going to actually give them a visual at about 1,000 or so. And I can see that's Quantanium. I can see little orange stripings in there. So now I'm going to pull out my mining laser. And I'm going to begin approaching them. Now, just because you found Quantanium, it doesn't mean that it's, you know, that there's something here to mine. And here's a perfect example. This is going to be probably like a 5%er or something. Not a great rock. Yeah, like that's a 3%er. What about this guy? Not a great rock here either. This is going to be a blue cap, a 2%er. 2.81. That's exactly what it is. So now that you know, I'm just going to go ahead and fly past these, rinse and repeat, back to V-scan, and then we're going to open up to a 90-degree angle again and ping out again. And then if it's 1700, I'm not necessarily going to approach them too much. If I happen to be flying by it, I may give it a visual, you know. But for the most part, I'm only going to approach, like, you know, like 2 or more rocks if I'm going to go give them a visual. Now, sometimes the pinging used to actually, you know, sometimes if the server's acting nice, you can sometimes get a long scan, and you can get, like, look what it says right here. Look how far away I am, and look at this I'm getting over here. That's telling me it's a Q type. Alex Track, you, sir, thank you so much, truly. That is so kind of you. It keeps me in good coffee. Got to start saving for the inevitable new ship release, LOL, or towards another subscribership contest you pick. Alex, that is so awesome. We do have a Avenger, a Titan giveaway coming up soon. That is just, I can't thank you enough, Alex. I mean, you've made a tremendous difference on my channel. I mean that. I actually have a 4K box sitting behind me based on some of the investments you've made into the channel. And so, sir, truly, I can't thank you enough. It's very kind. Love it. So yeah, let's approach this rock here, and let's go ahead and see what we have. This might not be a bad rock. You can see this could be around a 20%er. You know, let's take a look. Oh yeah, look at that, you guys. This happens to be this is a nice rock. This is a 40. This is a 40-40. 38.96 at a 49.31. This could potentially be a unicorn if it breaks clean. So great rock right here. This is a wonderful rock. Now notice what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sun to the port side, and I'm going to put the dark side to the starboard side. That's going to give us some contrast. I'm going to hold down the G. That's going to loosen up the laser head. You push and hold G, and then off we go. Scar says, gotta go. Now buddy's calling. Oh, you're time for some shenanigans. Uh-oh, Scar. Keep me off the lunch list, Grift. Oh, Alex, I can't thank you enough, man. That's such a wonderful thing, gesture, and truly, I mean it. There you go. So I hope that was helpful information. And yeah, here we go. We got a chance at our unicorn. Now that doesn't. There's a lot of stuff that has to go right. It's got to break clean. We've got to get it on board, and then we somehow or another have to manage to find a pad, and, or find some place to land. That's going to be friendly to us. I want a gadget that would improve chances of a good break, make lower percentage rocks more. Yeah, there are gadgets that do that, Evo. I mean, the wave shift is one of them that does that. Have fun, Griff, says Nate. Yeah, definitely have fun, Griff. All right, we're in a good effective range here. I'm going to kind of keep on keeping on. And this should be, this should not be a difficult break. It's a 49-31 mass rock, so because it's got a high percentage of Quantanium in it, that's 40%. Here, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that, by the way. That's it will take a little bit of time to burn in. Alex says, "What can I say? The coffee is good. This content is great, and this community is awesome. Thanks for your streams and vids." Osa, thank you so much, sir. I honestly, and I don't disagree with any of that. The coffee's been fantastic. The community is unbelievable. Quantanium is not bad, eh? Not bad. It actually increases the chance of getting pure rocks. No. Yeah, there's a potential. Yeah, that would be an Evo, like, more in the scanning mechanics, right? Wouldn't it be cool? Like, I'll tell you guys a quick story. Like, when my son was 10, I was kind of forced him into child labor where he had to come mole mining with me, and I was actually going to try and see if I can get him to come mole mining with me tonight. But he made the really astute observation when we were out like looking for rocks. He's like, Papa, I don't understand why you can't filter with your scanner. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, if you want Bexolite over 30%, you should be able to just tell the scanner that. So the only thing it scans for is Bexolite over 30%. And so, you know, so anytime you ping, the only thing that would come up is that. Now, boy, I thought that was a really good idea. If you could kind of tune your scanners a certain way, that would be awesome. Oh, Troll, it worked, huh? So you turning off your power, cycling the power back on, and then holding down Y got you out of the seat. That's awesome. Child labor's the best labor. Yeah, I'm thinking about, you know, him and I have we game every weekend together, and like we've got a deal going where he has to pick. I pick a game one weekend, he picks the game the next weekend. So this weekend's my weekend, so I think I'm gonna make him go mole mining with me tonight. Hey Shane, how are you doing? Good morning from New Zealand. Hey man, nice. That's awesome. Oh. I'm letting it fall out a sec just so it bakes down again. There we go. Wanted it to cook out. Alright, pay attention here. Yeah, New Zealand, that is awesome. Just kind of flirting with the bottom of the optimal window. I definitely didn't want to break overcharged. And we're good. Child labor, my grandpa's apprenticeship. Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh, I get that. I went to the gadget would increase the chance to break. You get as 100% crack. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I like that idea. Mining, what draws you to play it? Great question, Shane. You know, first of all, mining is very profitable in Star Citizen. It's a chill thing. It's a chillax thing you can kind of do. It's not super high intensity, but really it frees up the rest of the game in the sense that I make so much money. If there's a ship or something that I'm interested in, you know, or a gun or any other part of the game that I'm interested in, the mining opens up, you know, the ability to kind of make purchases in the game that are, it just allows me to kind of go after the other parts of the gameplay. So that is really the main reason, Shane, is that it's lucrative. I also do happen to enjoy mining, which is, you know, not everybody's cup of tea, but definitely mine. I've been mining probably now for a couple of years in Star Citizen, and I'm still not sick of it. So, all right, so we've got an 85, we've got an 87, we've got a 75. The rest of these are junk. So we're going to break the 75 down first. I certainly, you know, would imagine I'm going to have a lot more pirate anxiety now that the pirate patch has been released. That's just kind of a fact. You know, we'll have to just see how it goes. You know, we have spent a lot of time like talking about if there's, you know, what are some ways to maybe make yourself less of a target for pirates, and I think, you know, it behooves all of us to do a little bit of practicing. But that, you know, all of us are going to get caught eventually, right? I mean, that's just kind of the way it goes. But we'll have to see. I mean, I'm not going to worry about it being an issue until it is an issue. Outside of, you know, being somewhat prepared for it. You don't push bad rocks away. No, I don't worry about it. I have definitely seen people push bad rocks away, but I don't worry about it. I'm really looking forward to tractor beams to do that, though. When the tractor beams are in and we'll be able to, you know, kind of make piles and stuff, you good money can buy an 890 jump and just go space moving. It's exactly right, Gray. Gray knows what I'm talking about. Have you been pirated? Oh, yeah. Once or twice, Shane. Out of out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times of mining, I've been pirated for sure. It's the exception, not the rule. How did you get in? Dave, I was just persistent. For hours and hours and hours, Dave, I could not get in either. So I want you to know I had two machines going, my 4K machine and my 1440p machine. And neither one of those two could get in. I would get 19Ks left and right for hours and hours and hours. And that seemed to have gotten itself straightened out earlier this morning. But my best, the only thing that I can say is, and I'm not saying this, it's a small sample size. In both cases, when I got on, I had just freshly rebooted. So I'm not saying that's a thing, but that's the only thing that's the same between my two machines. One machine I didn't do anything with. One machine I deleted the shader. One machine same machine I deleted the user folder. Same machine I reinstalled a couple times. One machine I didn't do anything with. They both had the exact same problem. And then. Then I just rebooted each one slowly but surely, and they were able to, to get through there. So, lots of people are hitting the 19K, and I was hitting it for hours too, most of the night. But I just happened to get lucky. Eventually, it worked itself out. All right, so we're kind of tangling with this potential unicorn here. We'll have to see how it goes and how cleanly the stuff broke. But this is, it's a potential unicorn. And we've almost got this guy broke here. Good. All right, so we're going to begin scanning now. All right, that's a 60%. I think I'm going to scan all these real quickly before I start the scoop. That way I can kind of prioritize the hundos. There's a hundo. When you mine, does the material turn into SCU? No, not currently, Shane. It actually gets stored in these bags that are on the side of my prospector, but those aren't physicalized yet. So yeah, just to answer your question, they actually get stored in these bags, and eventually those bags are supposed to be where you can, another cargo vessel could come in and scoop those, but they just, that stuff, that particular game loop's not there yet. Those aren't, so eventually it'll be like that, though. That those bags will detach and another ship can come in and grab that stuff. That is my golden retriever in the background. Of hearing that. Sorry about that, you guys. She barking. All right. Well, we got some hundos here for sure. Got a few hundos here to work with. So let's go ahead and get started. And we'll begin extracting. We're going to go ahead and see if as pure of this as we can pull here. Looking forward to those yeah. It's going to be really fun. I mean, like when either your tractor beam ships can come in and grab them or however, it's just going to be a blast. All right, there's the next hundo. Crossing 10 SCU with this guy here. Good. I think it's this guy back here. Good. If you soft F, what happens to your haul? Well, in the prospector, nothing happens to it. If I soft F, it's just nobody can have it. If you happen to be hauling commodities, if you soft F, people can just pirate you for them. That's the big change in this particular patch. This is kind of wink nudge called the piracy patch. Physicalized cargo is now a thing, and it's and good on the game. I mean, I think it makes the game funner at the end of the day. Even though I'm Even though I'm a sheep among wolves, you know? Doesn't bother me at all. All right, that's an 18%er. That's a 69. That's a 58. All right, so no, that's a 90. None of these other ones have stuff in them. All right, well, that's 18. All right, so we'll grab this 90 first. Good size rock. We're at 29 SCU. That's a 58, and that's a 68. Let's grab that guy first. This is going to top us off here. We're north of 30 SCU, so we're not going to complain about that. 3080 is not a bad amount. We're definitely feeling okay about that. And let's go ahead. I'm going back to sticks. We're firing up and heading on into RKL4. How does piracy work if they can't? They can get the goodies now. No. If they soft death your ship, they can your cargo still. They can take your cargo right off your cargo grid and put it in their ship. They absolutely can. That's the way it works now. It's not that it hasn't gone to Quantanium yet, but it will. And that's only in this part when I'm hauling from the prospector back to the refinery. But after it's refined and I'm hauling it as a commodity, it sits on my cargo grid and they absolutely can. Yeah, its regular cargo drops partly on destruction, like Johan was saying. It's just right now they haven't extended that to this little part of it, which is when the prospector or the mole mine, that part's not physicalized yet. But after I take it to the refinery and it's turned into refined Quantanium, and then I load that into my cargo hauler, if somebody soft deaths that cargo hauler, they can get all of my refined Quantanium. You know, all of it that's left, they can get. So it's only in the mining loop between like the mining part and taking it to the refinery, that part's not physicalized. But hauling it away from the refinery after it's done, yes. Well, and any other commodity is not like that. If you buy laranite or taranite or whatever at any of the mining stations, you absolutely can. Can pirate those things. It's just that it's only that little window. Yeah, there you go. I hope that helps you understand that a little better. Just use a raft, can't get the cargo out of it. Really? Moon, I could understand why they wouldn't be able to, but I didn't know that. That's actually really funny. So if you fly the raft, they've got to use the old extortion method, huh? That's funny. I didn't know that. That makes their raft far more valuable. I'd add that to my calculus of using the raft. 34 likes, you guys, by the way. This is awesome. We're almost to 50 likes today. Only 16 more to go. So appreciate those. They're huge. They're super helpful. And I've had lots of new faces today, and it's been great. They can still extort you for money or pop you out. That's exactly right. So I don't know where there's a pad on the station. So it's, this is going to be a little bit of it's going to be touch time sensitive. I'm going to have to look for a pad to land on. They're usually around the main area, but I don't know. And because I hate to risk landing in a hangar now and not getting an elevator, especially when I have over 30 SCU on board. So I'm definitely going to try and find a pad here. Very much appreciated, you guys. The likes are awesome. All right. Go ahead and turn it off. Saw that last. Cannot take raft cargo. Yeah, that's they're saying. That is crazy. All right, now I have that guy queued up, right? Oh, I don't. That's weird. I thought I had this guy set. All right, I do now. All right, so we're gonna fly on in here to the L4 Faint Glen Station, And we are going to try and land on a pad and put this guy down so we can run this into the hopper. Check out our... Check it out. Right, here we go. I'm going to fly over this way just because that way is... And if I'm going to assume that the pads are down around this ring here, that's a lot of times where you see them, but that's just a wild guess. I hope I'm right. Was Jack Axton that found that out about the raft? Oh, interesting. That sounds like something Jack would do, Dark. Interesting. That's a very good thing to know. Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers too, Johan. And just because Hey, Gray, have a lovely day, man. Thanks for stopping in. It was nice to see you. I miss our chats, brother. Hopefully in a few days you'll get in here and begin kind of tearing it up. All right, so I am going to go in here. I'm going to try and look for a pad. I might see one right up there, though. That might be pads right up there. I think it is, actually. Just based on the way that they look. Is Quantanium still corrosive in your ship? Yeah, it is volatile for sure. I think these are pads right up here, you guys. If that's the case, that's cool that they're outside and like just like this. But I think this is a pad. Cool. Good stuff. Let me drop the gear, lower the VTOLs. We're going to bring this guy in. We just heard first alarm, so we're in good shape there. I'm going to center her up. In we go. And let's see if we get any kind of recognition here. We do. That's fantastic. Out we go. So this could be, you know, as long as I get a you know, an elevator door here, this could be okay. Because you hate to get caught in that hangar and you don't get an elevator. It's rough, you know. So no guarantee I'm going to get an elevator here, but at least I have the option to then just quickly run back out and jump to the next one over as well. Come on, girl. Elevator called, but nothing so far, and it would have already probably been here by now. Oh, sweet. Okay, that's awesome. Down we go. We'll go ahead and pop this guy in the, storage.
Welcome to the ASOP.
If I can. You may not be able to store off a pad. Nope, it's claim, but it does say pad 3. So let's just kind of run down and I've done this before off the pads, and it usually is no problem. So at least it's, you know, many times in 318 PTU it was not a problem. The only other issue though I'm going to have is that I won't be able to get an elevator out of the refinery, but you know what? We'll Oh, well, I didn't know that, Vaughn. That's a good point. I get impatient, so I start spamming the button. All right, we're trying to... So one good thing about just having a flight suit on is you can run really quickly through here. All right, that's a nice load of SCU right there if we can get this in the hopper. Let's see how we're going to do. Oh, no. Hey, Ninja, what's happening? Ooh, wait. Hey, it is in there. Awesome. And some borace. All right, we'll Dynex that. Get quote. Confirm. Boom. All right, so now we've got... In the hopper now, we have... 51 SCU, so we're sitting at about 400,000 already for the day. So Not too shabby. I mean, we still have to haul it in. Don't get me wrong. Not too shabby. So let's 39 likes, you guys. We're 11 from 50. That's awesome. Hey, Ninja Kapow. How you been, guy? Pad 3, yep. That seemed to work okay. Alright, I single clicked the old elevator here. They have not been my friends, these elevators down here. I've essentially every single time had to go back to menus. And I will at least single click over here. Oh, I can see them both. Oh boy. Yeah, this has been kind of the thing with these. It was pad 3, so if the pads are still on the elevator panel, it's easy to get back. All right, well, we're just going to have to do what we've been doing, you know. And I'm not, you know, it's okay. It's a little bit of a bother. But you know what? I am going to go ahead and hit the menus again, and that's all I really can do at this point. I don't have an option. Try to get to the menus and see if I can kind of get back here. If shortstop elevator. Kind of logging right back onto the server. Oh, I don't want to die, Johan. That's, yeah, that's... Oh, you know what, Shane? It's just the first day that the patch is launched. That, you know, they'll get them fixed. You know, it's not lag. They do have a problem with them from time to time, and it's just kind of the nature of the beast. You know, this game's an alpha. It's definitely, you know, not, you know, it's definitely got its issues. All right, let's see how we do here. Looks like same kind of gig. Now, pretty early in the patch cycle, there was these elevator issues. Now, I remember I've waited long enough for these before, but this station's definitely got it's having some issues here. Elevators were switched to the Mimic from D&D. It feels that way, Nate. It does. You know, they eat you sometimes. Absolutely. Ah, goodness. Some people are saying you know, going with an impound isn't a bad thing either. Oh, I have had luck waiting for these elevators before. And maybe I should just wait a little longer down there, but I don't necessarily know. Maybe it's just a queue thing. Ragin, how are you doing today? Nice to see you. I am on ARC L4. Alrighty. Now I'm sure my ship's going to be in claim or destroyed or something, because it's one of those things. I vote wait 2 minutes. Yeah, I think I will try that next time, Vaughn, for sure. Very, very healthy suggestion. 40 likes, you guys. We potentially could hit 50 likes today, and that would be really awesome. Cool. These remind me of the slow elevators from pre-316. Oh, you're not wrong, Nate, for sure. Yeah, so see, it's in an unknown state. It's in claim. You know, which is, you know, what we'll do. Oh, might still be on pad 3. I didn't think about that.
Please visit us again.
You're probably not wrong. I probably should have went and looked. Wonder if it registered my claim there.
Retrieval system.
Johan, that's a good point. I should at least maybe go look on pad 3. Oh, now it says destroyed. It's the weirdest thing. Like, this claim to destroyed thing has been strange. Not exactly sure what to make of it. The last time it said destroyed, though, I had all my stuff when it loaded back in, so we'll just kind of see if we can get lucky.
Please visit us again.
Now, where am I sitting on money? I'm 156. We're good there. We still have plenty of plenty in the hopper there.
The ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
You know, 50 SCU is nothing to sneeze at, and to have already kind of in there and doing its thing. All right, so now I'm in wait here. I'm almost wondering if maybe I should invest in a second Lancet and then just kind of rotate my prospectors. I think I might do that. I mean, it's a little bit of it's an extra 21,000, but you know something, at least I could kind of maybe rotate my prospectors. Oh, that's also why I mentioned backspace, because you get back. Yeah, that's a good point. You're probably, Johan, you're not wrong. I think you're absolutely right. I think I will do that next time. I think I will backspace next time. I think you're absolutely right, because that'll at least put me on the same station, and then I could run back out to pad 3 and take off again. So, yep, I'm going to try that this next time. That's a very good point. I normally don't like to do that stuff because I feel like it's a bit of an exploit, but you know what? What am I supposed to do? There's a bug there. You know, so you're not wrong. That would save me from kind of having to do this whole kind of claim kabuki dance to get my stuff back. So it's a good idea now that you've mentioned it. So yeah, I'm gonna do a quick buy on another Lancet. And I already have 3 brands, so maybe I can begin rotating my prospectors when they're being grumpy like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at Prospector 2. Called a death taxi, exactly, Shane. All right, let's take a look at utility here. I'll put this Lance on here. I do have 3 other brands, so I did buy some extra brands when I was. I bought 6 brands when I started on Lorville and picked those up from Tammany before I came over. So this prospector's ready to go, and this is going to be me, right? I'm going to have to kind of do the thing that we're talking about, because I'm going to wait the 2 minutes. We've talked about waiting 2 minutes. I'm going to click this elevator and I'm going to wait 2 minutes. And let's just see if eventually it comes, because I'm curious. But if this doesn't work, then I will go ahead and backspace. And I have set I have my imprint. I couldn't remember. I was thinking transplant. I set my transplant here. You know, I couldn't think of it. Call it. It's so funny. The ship equipment string loaded fast, nice. Yeah. You know, I noticed a big difference, Shane, when you go from 16 gig of RAM to 32 gig of RAM for that kind of thing. It really is kind of the UI components, how fast that stuff loads. You know, it's a huge difference when you have more RAM, for sure. Oh, I probably reset it. Well, with that being said, I'll go hit this one over here. And then I'll look at them both. I'll watch them both while I drink coffee. Speed of the SSD. Yeah, yes. There's no question. GPU, CPU, SSD, 32 gig of RAM. Those are, those are your big things. But then the question is, are you playing 1080p or 1440p? Because if you're playing 1440p, you really don't need anything more than a 6800 X3D or like a 3070 Ti. Hey, Tolga, how are you been? It has been a long time. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for jumping on board. So here, I'm going to do the thing, you guys. I don't want to do the thing, but I think this is probably... Johan's right, because right now, when these elevators aren't working, at least I'm returning to this station. Just and in a spot where I can at least get to the hab. So this is probably my, I don't like having to kind of backspace myself out of problems, but really feels like a refinery. The effects and lighting are very nice. Shane, oh yeah, they do a really good job with that for sure. No. I kind of, let's see what happens here. I'm kind of stuck in death mode here. Let's see if it gets any better. No, no question about it, Shane. 100% I agree. Tolga, how have you been, by the way? It's nice to see you again. I'm doing well. I missed the conversation with you guys, that's for sure. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're back. And even if it's just to stop in and talk about 318 a little bit. Shane got to watch the molten core dumps. Yeah, they are pretty awesome. Look at this, you guys. Now I'm stuck in this kind of death thing. When it was the PTU logging in meant backspace for me every single time because it was always stuck in bed. Yeah, I know a lot of miners, Johan, who are like landing and just backspacing and I always try to avoid backspacing as a way, but only 200,000 though. Only in the sense that ultimately I don't want to be the type of person who backspaces to get past a problem. That being said, am I just not dead? What's going on? I got the incapacitated. 200K. Yeah, that's what we start with. Yeah, I just didn't want to be the person who had to abuse that mechanic. But in a situation where I'm having to go back to menus because elevators aren't working, it does make sense. Although here I'm stuck in this kind of a situation, so it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should... Oh! There we go. Maybe a lot of people died at once or something. In we go. Okay, this is all right. It took a little while, but you know what? I'll take it. All right, let's go ahead and... Cool. Now, local inventory. About 130,000 left. Can't seem to put on... Yeah, we'll give it a hot minute. Oh, I keep winding up my skivvies, you guys. It's so funny. This is the second time it's happened in this stream where I'm kind of just stuck in my undies.
Welcome to the
Oh,
ASOP
boy.
vehicle retrieval system.
Pyro, it's I can't complain that. I mean, there's definitely been some issues, but having fun with it. I've got about 50 SCU in the hopper so far. Since I was able to get on this morning, I've definitely had a few snacks. You know what I mean along the way, but it's not terrible. Hey, there we go. It's coming back around. There we go. At least we got that. Let me go ahead and take a look at my... I think both my prospectors are available again. I think I will start using the kind of the death method to get out of the bottom of the refinery. That's probably not a bad idea. We're going to head back out. Will your corpse be there with your armor? Well, when you die inside of a station, Shane, it actually kind of puts the armor in the inventory. So if you happen to die outside of an armistice zone, then you have to go do kind of a corpse retrieval. But if you happen to be inside a station, it's a little more forgiving. Yes, there absolutely was a database reset with 318 Pyro. You started out with about 200,000 though, so plenty of starting capital. And yeah, plenty of wiggle room there. All right, let's see if we can't get these guys to show up. All right, here's Prospector 1. Showing that it doesn't have a lancet. There's a 2 in use. What's going on? What's going on? I had just put the other one on that on there. Let's see if either one of them have it on there. This was a bug that we were seeing kind of early in the PTU where like, all right, let's check this guy out. Prospector 2. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Do You Have the Right Equipment? All right, so that's got lancets and brants. Notice it says 2 in use. It's so weird. Because when I look at my other prospector, didn't look like it was on there. There's not 3. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, look at this. Empty. It says all of them are in use as well. So strange. Okay. In use 1. Unequipped. Yeah. Okay, well that's interesting. Hold on. Oh, I think it's actually gonna work itself out here. It's just kind of forgot that it was on there. And I can take the Prospector 2, and I will. Pretty par for the course. It's definitely having its having a time kind of trying to keep up with all right. Prospector. This first one has gotten a little bit yeah, now it's showing the stuff on there. Again. Okay. All right. Well, we'll pull this one and go see if we can have let's see if we can have some fun. We'll find some more Quantanium. Now I'll land on the pad again because that worked the last time, and I will actually use the kind of the backspace method to get out of the refinery. So maybe I can get it down to a halfway decent loop. It might be, Shane, for sure. I'm not entirely sure.
Please visit us again.
Let me look. No, it's not. There's still a little bit of wiggle room.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
starting to get a little bit of lag for sure. All right, Prospector 1. We'll retrieve that.
Selected. Stand by.
44 likes. We're almost 50, you guys. We're so close. If you haven't liked or subbed yet, please do. We're going to be doing lots and lots and lots of Quantanium mining, lots of salvage, cargo hauling, all sorts of industrial stuff here over the next few weeks. And I'm also going to be doing a ship giveaway. There's going to be the Titan Avenger giveaway here soon. And then we also are going to be doing a 0 to hero with an alt account. That's funny.
Welcome.
What is happening?
ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, some rock mining for sure too, and some hand mining as well, which I absolutely love. Yeah, look at this.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
And then yeah, on my alt account, I'll be doing like a 0 to hero, but more like just the other side of the aisle, more racing, more more kind of bunker stuff and that type of thing. So yeah, have some fun with it. What ship do I use for cargo hauling? That's an excellent. I myself, Shane, I like to use the Constellation Taurus right now. I like the Taurus because it's got 2 size 5s, 2 size 4s, good shields. It's got a lot of hull HP. It's got 174 SCU, so it hauls quite a bit. So that's what I generally use for my cargo hauling. I also think right now an excellent cargo hauler would be something like a Constellation Andromeda as well, just because it's such a missile boat. The MSR is a good hauler as well, because sometimes when an MSR is going by, you're not thinking to yourself, hey, that thing's laden with 114 SCU of Quantanium. It's just not the first thing that comes to your mind. Right now, I'm suggesting avoiding like the pure haulers, like the Raft, or well, maybe not the Raft. Now that I heard that thing, but the like a Freelancer Max or a Hull A, that basically screams I'm a target. So things that you can have good wiggle room in them, that you don't feel like a target. Hope they expand on hand mining at some point, maybe underwater caves. Love that idea, Pyro. Rare minerals and special caves that require zip lines. Well, I really enjoy hand mining too, and I hope that they have stuff like that too, where you can get yourself out of a jam, even like a jetpack to fly up, out of some stuff. This is interesting. Let's see how many of these pips can we get going. I'd like to get one more run in here today if we could do it. At the minimum. It is being grumpy about pulling the ship and... I am really looking forward to the new hand mineable that's the kind of the special golden rock or whatever, I do wonder how much that thing's going to be worth. Oh boy. It's been a hot minute trying to get a ship out of the ASOPs for sure. It is being grumpy. Yeah, rock mining for sure. Going to be doing some cargo hauling. Going to be doing lots and lots and lots of different industrial style gameplay. Hey, Hangar 2, eh? All right, Hangar 2. We'll take it. Call elevator. Can I get out there? Let's find out. What about this one? What about this one? All right, we're maybe we're stepping on them. Maybe we're queuing them up and resetting them. So we'll wait. I queued all three of these. We'll see which one opens, if any. Holy crap! And exactly, though. You know, that's what I'm talking. There needs to be in ROC mining. There needs to be a couple of rares. Even there needs to be a rare in mole mining and in prospector mining. I got some blackberry brandy that tastes like candy. Ooh, nice. That sounds good. That does sound good. All right, what about you? Can we get an elevator? You can do it. Someplace there's got to be an elevator that works. Everything is broken. It's kind of like, this kind of reminds me a little bit of, you know, it's a little Lord of the Flies. You know, it's like, who's got the conch? What's going on here? Let me on my ship, please. Well, what are we gonna do? Is there some other way to get out of the station? I don't really know of one. Yeah. Do 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 do. Oh, the Jeopardy music in my head, though. You're not wrong. Come on. Can't one of these work? I agree with that 100%. I think Alisar is an awesome design. To me, that's one of the best. Like, the first year I played Star Citizen, Alisar was my home. I mean, you know, just because it was, you know, basically bunked to ship so quick, and of course I did a lot of hand mining and a ton of ROC mining back then. And just, you know, I love Daymar, love that whole area. I don't really know what to do here. I think I'm going to store and go back to menus. I don't really have an option. Maybe I'll try that.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I don't really know what else to do. I always love Grim Hex and Levski. Yeah, remember Levski? Exactly, Astro. Mining around Levski was great, too. I really enjoyed that. Levski was lots of fun. I love landing at Port Alisar. It's probably my favorite. Yeah. Platforms and different... Yeah, I agree. Like, the different size pads that are there. Just kind of like the atmosphere with just Crusader floating there. Especially how big Crusader is nowadays. It's crazy. Doing box missions at Grim Hex in 3.18. In 3.8 was my intro to the game. Yeah. When I first started playing the game, that's what I did the first week or so. I had pledged for a Constellation, or pardon me, a Cutlass Black. But they were giving away the 100 item just to anybody to fly at the time. So I really liked the 100 series because of that. It was my first, I couldn't figure out how to how to rotate the VTOLs correctly on the... Hey, Andreas, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm going to go to menus. How you been? We'll try to hit menus here, and we'll try and go back into the game and pull the ship. And I'd like to get one more run in. We've got 50 SCU in the hopper so far. I'd like to get a little bit more. At least one more in would be great. But we will give it a shot and see how it goes. Right now, the server is really, and I would say in the last 45 minutes, has gotten incredibly laggy. All right, we'll try and go back right in. Boom. By the way, 45 likes, you guys. We're so close to 50. It's been a great day today. And I know that things have been a little buggy and not working great, but it's just patch day. It's just, this is the way it goes. I have every faith in a couple of weeks they're going to have all this straightened out. Trolls is my little arm. I'm not all of it. They'll never have all of it straightened out, but you know what I mean. It'll be in a much more stable place. We really want to enjoy mining as much as we can, and because we don't know what's coming around the corner. So kind of enjoy. This is kind of the swan song of this particular mining loop, the way that it's been now for almost getting on a couple of years. Probably a year and a half since they put the refineries in. And so, yeah, I mean, it's going to come to an end. 319 is going to bring a sweeping change. I haven't tried to log in today. Didn't manage to get past the queue yesterday, and today I've been a bit too busy. Yeah, I couldn't get in last night, Andreas, and it took me several hours this morning to get in. And I've gotten close. I managed to get about 50 SCU into the hopper. I did lose one load because I couldn't get an elevator. And then in the last probably hour or so, all the elevators have stopped responding. Like, none of them are working hardly. And it's definitely I think that they're, the servers are becoming kind of really challenged with probably what's likely is a lot of the assets that they're managing, all the persistent assets. And that's okay. Next weekend, a lot of issues are going to be... You're absolutely right, Johan. I could not agree more. This is, within a few business days, this is going to be in better shape. All right, hoping to get past a loading screen here, like everybody else. Probably give it about another 2 or 3 minutes, and then I will go ahead and reboot and see if I can. Not reboot the system, but just kind of, kill the client, restart the game, and see if we can do any better. Was nice that we were able to get that 30 SCU in. That was a really nice... If it had broke just a touch cleaner, we would have gotten the unicorn out of it as it sat. We almost had 30. It was 30.8. We almost had 31 SCU. And so landing on a pad really helped, save our bacon, and that way we didn't have to worry about getting for whatever reason, the elevators on the pads were working at that time. We got lucky. Yeah, give it a few days for people to get bored and we'll be all good. You're not wrong, Andreas, for sure. A lot of people are going to be checking a lot of the new features. It will cool off within the first couple of weeks, and it will get a lot easier. So, who's got what goals? And let's as we're kind of starting to get down to brass tacks here. Let me I'm going to go ahead. I am going to close the client, reopen the client, and see if we can get one more time we can get lucky. So give me just a sec. I'm relaunching now. Who could tell me your goals? I mean, my first goal is I'd like to get a C2 Hercules. That's my first goal that I'm saving up for is a C2. Once I have the C2 out of the way, then I am going to probably buy the 135C after that. Those are the couple of ships that I like having in my stable that I don't currently have. If I don't buy the 135C, I'll buy the 315P instead. It'll be one of those two. But likely it will be the 135C for the air system, just because I love the onboard hydrogen refinery for that ship. I don't even bother with elevators anymore. I just get myself impounded right away. Yeah, Andreas, that's kind of where things are at. I mean, it's no question, that's not a bad gig. So how are you doing that though? If you call for an elevator, or are you calling for a pad and then calling again? Because that I've had luck with that. Prospector first followed by a freelancer max to start with. Awesome, Johan. Yeah, the Prospector is an excellent. I mean, I already have the Vulture and I already have the Prospector. Those would be my first goals. Right now I have a Prospector, I have a Vulture, I have a Mole, and I have a Constellation Taurus. And I have a C8XR, a C8R. And I think that's all my ships that I have. Maybe there's something else in there. All right, not getting back into the game yet. We'll just keep on trying here. Loading screens and movie stars. Come on, load in. I was really hoping to go on one more run today, at the minimum. I mean, I'd really like to go on a couple more, but it's kind of so bumpy or whatever. I probably won't try and bring you along with me. But I really was hoping to get one more load in here. So I'm gonna keep giving it. I'm gonna keep trying to muscle through here for the next, say, 10 minutes or so. If for some reason I can't muscle through in 10 minutes or so, I may call it. So. Let's see if we can't get ourselves up right here where we can get in the prospector and get prospecting. That's the goal here. This is my, like I said, with my 12-year-old, him and I game together every weekend. And I pick a weekend and then he picks a weekend what to play. So like one weekend he'll play Star Citizen with me. One weekend, I'll play Roblox with him. But it's my weekend this time, and I'm thinking about maybe making him try Knights of the Old Republic, that SWO tour or whatever. I would have him play Star Citizen with me tonight, but I don't know that it's going to be any better. I don't even have any goals in game yet. Explore by heart. Yep. Oh, okay, here we go. We're back to the menu here. Try and get back in. Mining salvage and a sprinkle of FedEx. Exactly. Hey, one thing I will say is there is those. I made a video about the Gundo station. But one thing somebody mentioned in my in a chat is Gundo station has like about 6 or 7 missions that you can stack. That's actually in one run you can make 50 or 60,000 if all the boxes spawn the way that it's supposed to in Gundo. There's a lot of different missions there actually, and and it's only like 3 floors. You can collect all the different boxes, and and kind of make one big run out of it, and make 50 or 60,000 delivering the stuff. All right, trying to get back into Trying to get back into the server here. Trying to get back into the server. She is being grumpy about getting in here. That is for sure. You go swig of coffee there. Delicious. Wow, huh. We'll let this run out here. I may try to just say USA server, not best, and see if we have any better luck. No, all the quant gone. That's funny, troll. You having any luck in that mole, troll? That's awesome. That's funny. All the quant gone. Maybe I should have named it Quantanium and menus today. Quantanium and loading screens. Brought to you by V. No. Trying to get this get back into this get back into the game here. We will see how it goes. Ship terminal wouldn't come. I was having the same issue. Q simulator, yeah, exactly. It is. It's cute. It's definitely I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that somebody was calling this the blue balls patch earlier, which I really sort of thought that was kind of, I laughed. I had Area 18. Now no ships available in Fleet Manager. Yeah, you know, Dark, I was having the same issue. Quantanium loading the Tale of Coffee and menus. Exactly. What instrument do you play? You were in a band? I was, though. I play guitar, you know, for a long time. You know, from the time I was 8 till the time 8 or 9 till the time I was around 32 or 33. Probably around the time between the ages of, you know, maybe 18 and 32. I was a very good guitar player. I mean, I don't like to say not a lot of things that I'm real good at life, but I put a lot of time into that. I'm 50 now, so you know, I can pick up the guitar and play whatever. I certainly don't have the same chops that I used to have, by any stretch of the imagination. But no, I play guitar really well. Anything with a string on it, really, I can play. You know, bass or, you know, anything for the most part. Even if it's just one string on it, I'll find some kind of a way to drone my way to success with it. But yeah. Huh. All right. This is probably a bridge too far. I'm gonna do this one last time. I'm gonna close this window. I'm gonna launch the game again. And I'll try one more time to get us into the game. Because I play guitar. Do any recording? I did a long time ago, though. I have tons and tons and tons of recordings that I did, you know, kind of mid-90s. Kind of band I was in was kind of, you know, kind of Radiohead, Pink Floyd was big influences. But we also like to do improvisational jams at the end of it. So it's kind of like a Pink Floyd, Radiohead kind of thing, but with more of like almost like a Fish or a Grateful Dead style kind of sometimes the song was just kind of a preface to kind of build a soundscape to kind of jam over at the end of the song. So some of that is kind of how I would like it. So yeah, there is a little bit of a queue. It was only 228. Now I'm down to 125. It said I was in the fast lane for whatever reason. Playing a bit of guitar during a long QT sounds like a good kind of elevator music. Probably not a bad idea. Yeah, that's actually a neat idea, Johan. One of these times I should, I should get my my equipment fired up and do some things like that. All right, so here I'm going to go to Persistent Universe, but this time instead of Best, I'm just going to try USA and see if I do any better. I don't know that I'm gonna. Well, let's go ahead and give it a try. I really would like to do. Hey, Ramoyne, how are you? So, have you got a hold of 318 yet? I have. And I have managed to get in, but it's definitely, it's been a bit of a bumpy road. I managed to get about 50 SCU in the hopper so far. I did lose one load because I did not get them an elevator. But in the last, say, hour or so, the elevators have completely quit working. Everything's very laggy. And I think, I'm going to try to go on one more run here if I can just somehow manage it. But if not, yeah, I would imagine it did, Chris. I seen Star was on earlier. I was actually going to reach out to him and ask him how long it took him to get on there. But yeah, I mean, it's like last night, I for hours tried to get on and did not work out. This morning, I was up at actually, I think I was up and at the computer. It's between 7 and 8 a.m. And I didn't start the stream till almost 11 because it took me that long to kind of break the ice and get, to get logged in myself. So it's, and I would say there was a window there where it was working good, but man, the last, say, hour or so has been painful. No elevators aren't working. I've had to kind of use backspace and different, kind of ways to kind of get around things. I woke up and all my ships had destroyed. I woke up twice in my skivvies. Twice I woke up and I'm only in my underpants. It's been fun, man. It's been like really it's been an interesting day for sure. Ramon says, I think I will wait and do all the it's probably not a bad idea. It was funny because I'm gonna be kind of gaming with my 12-year-old a little later today, Ramon, and I was really hoping to play some Star Citizen with them, but I think we might be playing something a little different. I've downloaded the patch. The launcher's fine. Yeah, the launcher's been okay. Huh. I was hoping restarting the client, maybe picking a different. I picked USA instead of Best. It's probably still trying to get me in that server, but I was hoping just kind of maybe get lucky and sneak past it, but hold on there. It's starting to freeze. I've seen it slow down there a sec. It looks like it's trying to hook up. We'll give it a moment. It's entertainment to say the least. Yeah. Well, I do have a demo to look at Resident 4 Evil Remake. Oh, that's awesome. Just stored my ship, transferred imprint, and when I came back, it's destroyed. Yeah, that's been par for the course, brother. It's been funny. 48 likes, you guys. You guys can find it. Some of you can find it in your heart. You get a couple more likes, and I'd love to get 50 likes today. It'd be awesome. And that way, it's not total loss. No, today's been great. The conversation's been lovely. I'll try if I can get to the main menus this time. Yeah, that's exactly right, Andreas, for sure. Arc L4 is being grumpy, Andreas, for sure. It's like a lot of elevator issues. Hey, Grift, what's happening? I just kind of booted out and have been trying to get back in for a little while here. I think I'm gonna, if I can't, like I said, in the next 5 or 10 minutes, if I can't get into the game, 51, we made it! Yay! Thank you guys. If we had the bailout servers were holding, yeah, that's where we're at too. That's where I'm at too. I'm about to bail out here for the day. I think, or yeah, they're not holding up. They about a half hour, 45 minutes ago, they really started getting laggy for me, Grift. I don't know if you had the same experience, but ever since then, I haven't been able to get elevators to work. It just, everything kind of went south. So, yeah, thank you, people. You have taken it over to 50 likes. That's awesome. I can't thank you enough. I've seen so many good new faces. I think, you know what, guys? I don't want to leave, but I do think it's probably for the better. There's other things I could probably do today that would make my wife happier. And obviously the game's not playing that nicely. So hopefully I'll try and sneak on later tonight and do another stream if it's behaving a little better. Light, welcome to the channel. Is it just me or do the ping angle keybinds don't? Yeah, somebody else, Light, mentioned that is a thing. I will tell you, I have mine mapped to left alt mouse wheel up and left alt mouse wheel back, like forward and back. Back, of course, decreases the angle, and forward increases the angle. So, like if I hold left alt and mouse wheel forward, it will go down to the 2 degree, and if I hold left alt and I mouse wheel back, it will go back to balloon out to the 360. But that's how I have mine set, Light, and so I would recommend probably remapping those keys. I like having it on there. I actually have ping on my side mouse button, and then I can hold alt, and I can actually, so it's, you can really build some good muscle memory there. So, and also it may just be that the server is acting kind of grumpy too. Server upload speeds and the KBS yeah. So if you guys don't mind, I think what I'll do is I'll probably sneak out. I hate to leave during, but I want to say I've had so much fun today. It's been a huge laugh. And all of you, everybody, want to say how proud I am of this community, right? Because it has been a grumpy, bad server day. But no one has come in here in our community and have been like, and have been really sad about it. All of us want nothing but a stable game. You know what I mean? But I really love the maturity level of the group, and how much you guys are we just tend to roll with it. And I honestly think that that's the difference between like different communities that I've just been a part of and our community here. Man, I just think it's special that we've got so many just good, mature folks. And what Ramoyne is saying is not wrong, right? In a few days, all this stuff will tighten up. They'll tighten the screws. It'll get better. It'll have its ups and downs. But for the most part, we'll just kind of have to persevere. And hey, I know that they're going to be working on this really hard over the next week or two to get it stable. And remember, 319 is a 318X patch. So it's not a whole other branch. I mean, 319 is built off of this branch. So it very well could be, that they dial it into a very stable place for the next few months. So don't let yesterday or the 19Ks or today define for you how it's going to be at the end of the day. Because I think it's going to be better. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for hanging with me today. I wish that I could have gotten back into the game and we could have did a little more mining today. I'll definitely be around, and I hope to maybe sneak back on tonight and do a little more streaming, but we'll have to see how that goes. Please take care of yourself, and I will see you all